Welcome. In today's video, we're going to be testing out the Bestarc MIG 145 9th Gen welder. This welder does MIG, TIG, and stick welding. We're going to check out everything that came in the box, and then we're going to be welding up some material. So let's get into the video. Well, before we get started putting some steel together with the welder, let's check out what came in the box. All right, well, let's go from left to right with the welder. This thing is tiny. It's about 10 to 12 inches tall, about 6 to 8 inches wide, and maybe a little bit over a foot long. It does have the wire that's required for welding with gas. I already have it in there because I did a little bit of pre-testing with it. It is 110 and 220 compatible, and it auto senses it. So you just plug in your cord, automatically switches to whatever it is, and you're good to go. Automatically has the 220 plug, but then it has the 110 adapter also. Does come with a ground and the gun. The ground is a little bit to be desired in the length. Other than that, it more than does the job. I wish it was just a couple feet longer, just to make maneuvering around and having your welder a little bit further from your material easier. Same thing with the gun too. This thing is good, has a little hook. It does the job for sure. I just wish it was a tiny bit longer. That's my only gripe. Does have a gas hose, same thing like the ground and the gun, just a little bit longer. But these are add-ons that you could do in the future, or you could just live with it. It does come with the electrode holder or the stick holder for stick welding. We will be doing a tiny bit of that, even though I'm not the greatest at stick welding, but it does come with that. For the TIG setup, that is a additional add-on that you will need to get to add on to this little welder. It does come with 2 pounds of wire. This is flux core, and then that is the wire needed with the gas. I don't know the name of it off the top of my head. It does come with everything needed to hook up the gas line. A little bit of Teflon tape, comes with some tips, different size rollers to feed your wire, and a little wrench for all of that. Then it does come with a shoulder strap if you want the ultimate man purse and carry around a welder. It does have a guide on the inside going over the material, the wire type, everything needed to kind of adjust your settings, and based off material thickness too and everything. And then also a little diagram on how to hook up your 1 pound spool of wire and your your gun, everything like that. So that is a nice little add-on. Also, it does auto sense, so you can manually adjust settings based off this guide, or you could use this guide and the auto settings where it will do your voltage and your amps based off your material thickness. So you see on here, like 1 millimeter, it's like 16.5 volts to 50 amps, and for solid flux core, and then everything going along. That is pretty helpful too. So it's just like a quick setup guide with the welder itself, just based off the knob and everything. Does have the 2T and the 4T, so you can click the button and it'll constantly feed, or you could just hold the button, click it on, you click it, it constantly runs, and then you click it to turn it off, or you just hold it to continuously weld, and then when you let go it turns off. Other than that, yeah, auto sensing, and I do like that. And then the easy to choose adjustments based off the material is great. Also, you can turn that setting on and off, so if you want to manually adjust your volts and amps, you could easily do that too. But gone through everything that comes in the box, so I'm gonna hook this thing up to some gas, get it plugged into the extension cord, and let's start hot gluing some metal together. Heading out here, I got everything hooked up. I just want to show you the little project I'm going to weld on. Lots of little edges here, the front, the back, the side, the back of this flat bar to here. The little bit of welds on there so far is what I did last night, just testing it out. I'm not the greatest welder, but it looks pretty good to me, just based off the basic settings. Then going over here, hopefully I could show you the thickness gauge. I'm going to base it off a 1/16 of an inch. So that is 19 volts and 100 amps. So going here to the front, it's flickering, but you can adjust it so you go up to 19 volts 19 volts, and then it'll show 100 amps. So it adjusts both based off your material thickness, so you don't have to keep spending a lot of time adjusting your settings. Also with the gauge, one little ding on this thing too is it does not come with gauges. Bestarc just include a set of gauges. I know they're pretty cheap, so you can include a set in the box. But I'm using my other gauges. This thing requires about 20 to 25 CFH. So just based off the calculation that I read off the guide on the bottom side of the welder, it requires 20 to 25 CFH for your gauge here, just to avoid any confusion. But yeah, we got all of our settings dialed in, so I'm going to get the ground clamp on there, throw the welding hood on, and then let's start sticking this together. Let's check out these first two welds really quick. Those are not bad at all. I'm pretty happy with it. Let's go around to the other side. That's the second one. Alright, coming in here, let's check out these welds really quick. Not bad. Yeah, not bad on either side. One thing I did fail to mention is when you adjust your settings on there, or when you let it do the auto adjust based off your thickness, it does determine your wire speed also, so you don't have to adjust that either. Not bad. Alright. Will seem okay, so I'll flip the project over and let's complete the other welds. Well, just got done welding up the piece. There is the first one up top there. That's not terribly bad. There's the second one. They're decent. I haven't welded in a while, to be honest with you guys, but yeah, that's not looking bad at all. And then going around to the front here, that's not too bad either. I mean, it's gonna hold, so that's all that matters. But yeah, we're done with this one. So toss that out in the yard because I have no use for it. And I think the next step is, let's get into some of this thicker stuff. I want to kind of see what this thing really does. We have a thick piece of angle iron and a thick piece of flat bar. And then I think I do have a couple other thick pieces of steel that, let's try to stick this together a little bit. Some of the thicker pieces to really see what this little machine can do. Then from there, I want to try out the stick welding, even though it's been a very long time since I've stick welded. And I think from there, we'll wrap it up. Going out here, this is a thick piece of angle iron, and then this is about the thickest piece of flat bar or steel that I have. So I'm gonna just weld the two together like that just to test it out. I do have the settings cranked up to 20.5 volts and 130 amps. So we're gonna see how that goes, but I don't think we will have a problem burning that in. I'm just gonna weld it on all four sides. First thing I'll do is just tack it down, and then from there burn it in all around. And from there we will get to the stick welding. Yeah, that one wasn't as pretty as I wanted. My hand slipped right there, so it kind of just blip, 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 blip. Well, we got that piece of flat bar welded to the angle iron, and not bad. I mean, I tried to do that double pass right there. It came out a little weird, but the rest turned out pretty decent. My hand did slip up top, but not bad overall. I do like this little welder with the auto adjust where you could just go off your material thickness and it'll do your wire feed and everything for you. That's a pretty cool little feature. Other than that, I mean, it's a great little machine so far. We are going to get into the stick welding. I'm excited to try that, but it has been a long time, so I'll probably suck at it. But not a bad little welder. This thing is $150 on Amazon. Obviously linked down below in the description if you are interested in picking it up. But for the size and the cost, this is a great little welder. It's kind of just set it, forget it. I did wish that the leads were a little longer and it did accept 10-pound spools, but that's kind of my preference, so I can't really ding it too bad on it. It's just the function is great, so that's what I could go off of, and the features you can always add to or upgrade later, and then just work with the little 1-pound spools. But not bad for welding that, some of the thicker stuff, and let's get into some stick welding. All right, well, looking at my weld, I am definitely a little too hot. So I'm going to take it down to about 87 amps. Let's see how we can do from there. We got the piece cleaned up a little bit, and man, these are ugly. No fault to the welder, obviously. I just have next to no experience and not the greatest experience with stick welding. So that's definitely something I need to improve upon and practice. Mainly, I guess, for trail repairs and whatnot, when you guys daisy chain the batteries together and stick weld you know, a tie rod or a drag link together or something. But yeah, it sticks metal, even though it ain't pretty, but that's on my part. So let me give you guys my final verdict of the Bestarc MiG 145. All right, so ultimate opinion of the Bestarc MiG 145 9th gen. I think it's pretty good. For what it is, like $150 welder off Amazon that could get delivered to your front door. I think it's pretty good, especially with the settings based off of the thickness with the wire speed and the amps and the volts and everything. That just makes it so you can plug in some gas, throw on the included spool, and you are good to go. Just one little rule of thumb to Bestarc: even if you got to add 10-15 bucks to the price, include a regulator. Just makes it so much easier for the customer right out of the box. So all they have to do is get a can of gas and they are good to go. That's my only major gripe. Other than that, it's just you know, things I'm not used to, like the length of the ground and the gun itself, the length of that and everything. But that's whatever. That's beyond the point. Other than that, I will have a link down in the description. Overall, I think it's a great welder. If you just need to do some weekend projects, or I mean, even putting unibody stiffeners on your Cherokee or welding together a bumper or something, it should easily be able to handle that. So I think it is a good value, and I will have a link down in the description. So if you've gotten this far, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. It means the world to me and the channel, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Bye, you guys.